Hey, what's going on, guys? This is JPeeps.
This is the Bug.
This is Jay Cee.
This is Flash.
This is Jimi Hendrix.
And you are listening to...
And you are listening to...
And you're listening to...
And you're listening to the Run and Gun Podcast.
So what's going on, folks? Welcome to another episode of the Running Gun Podcast. And today I'm going to kind of start off with some sad news. I think, Josh, or JC, I think you've already kind of figured out what the news is.
I have.
Have you?
Nah, not really.
Well, so not only was the 2020 Orange Blossom Classic officially canceled yesterday morning, but the 2020 football season for the whole Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference was canceled. And so that means now FAMU will not be playing this 2020 season.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And
I am aware. Indeed.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so this basically means now that FAMU, along with Bethune-Cookman and North Carolina A&T, have all played their final games in the SWAC. I mean, no, not in the SWAC, but in the MEAC. I kind of got ahead of myself there. Bethune and FAMU are headed to the SWAC, and A&T will now be headed to the Big South, so we won't get to see a final battle as conference mates between those teams.
Where's A&T heading to?
The Big South Conference.
Okay.
Yep, and I mean, look, it's interesting, but it's sad at the same time. I'm going to say it personally, myself. I had FAMU going 11-1 this season. I was going to wait to say that in a video had we had a season, but I'm going to be honest with you. I had FAMU running the table all season long, beating Jackson State, beating A&T again in Greensboro. I had them winning homecoming, as always. I had them losing to UCF. I think you can agree with me. It's just, UCF is a fast team and UCF is a very good team. So I figured, you're not going to beat UCF.
Yeah, it's a different level right there.
Yeah. But at the same time, too, I had them winning out after that and winning the Florida Classic. A lot of Bethune fans don't want to hear that, but, let's face facts. Your team's replacing a quarterback that basically saved you in the final minutes of the Florida Classic last year, and you're replacing a safety that had been a thorn in FAMU's side for the past couple of years as well. So, there's the problem in itself. And plus, the fact of the matter was FAMU was going to be a much improved team on special teams this year, so there wouldn't have been any hiccups there. So I had FAMU in the Classic.
Sir, are you starting things?
Am I starting things? I'm just telling the truth.
Are you starting things, sir?
I'm just telling the truth. The truth hurts sometimes. So, hey.
I mean, it don't hurt me. I'm just saying, if you about the business now, hold on.
Hey, look, I'm just saying. I'm just telling the truth. If you make your kicks, in the last year's Florida Classic, FAMU and Bethune are still playing right now. I'm over-exaggerating that term, but I'm just being honest.
Hey, man, I'm just... Oops.
Yeah, you might want to silence that.
Ladies and gentlemen, when you enter the movie theater, please put your phones on silent.
But hey, look, I'm being honest. I think FAMU would have beaten Bethune-Cookman this year. I think they would have.
I mean, I'm not saying I disagree with you. I'm just saying.
I feel you. And I'm also saying, because, like I said, I had FAMU going 11-1. I felt whoever came out of the SWAC, and we all know who it was going to be, it would have been Alcorn. I think FAMU would have beat them too.
I'm just saying, you're looking kind of pointed with your argument over there.
Hey, I'm gonna tell my honest opinion. That's what I'm gonna do.
I like it. Let's keep that energy going. What we got?
Oh, I'm with you. But yeah, I figured, FAMU would have been HBCU national champs in 2020 for sure. I would have been in Atlanta to see it. But, now FAMU will have to transition to the SWAC and just fight to be 2021 SWAC champs. Also, the 2021 Orange Blossom Classic will now feature FAMU against Jackson State. So now the Orange Blossom Classic is just more than a returned classic game. It's now a conference game, week 1. That means a lot. And what you do. You can't start off on the wrong foot in a conference. You know.
Yeah, but going back to the shutdown of sports operations for this year.
Right.
I don't think it's just football, right? For the MEAC.
Oh, it's not. It's all fall sports. Volleyball, anything else.
I think this is going to be the undoing and the eventual folding of the MEAC.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Because then the commissioner said, "Don't worry." He said we're going to be just fine.
I mean, think about it. You're losing your 3 powerhouse teams, right? I say powerhouse in terms of money. You're losing your 3 powerhouse teams to other conferences, and you're shutting down fall sports.
Correct.
That's a lot of money lost.
I would agree. I fully agree with you.
Those teams were leaving because it made more sense monetarily wise to leave anyway.
I agree.
I mean, I think we're looking at the unfolding of the conference there.
I would agree with you. I think they're in trouble myself. Although the commissioner wants to say that we're looking for elite talent in this conference, I'm like, it doesn't get more elite than FAMU, Bethune, and A&T. It really doesn't. But hey, that's their problem now. FAMU's in the SWAC now, and I'm excited for it. I will be down in Miami Labor Day weekend of 2021 for that Orange Blossom Classic game. But the other thing too is the 2 games that FAMU's going to miss heavily is the homecoming game and the Florida Classic aren't going to happen now. And I got to tell you, dude, this is the first time in my life that I'm not going to be able to go to homecoming. This is the first time.
Hey, man.
I never thought I'd live to see that day.
I haven't been to one, so
you got to make one, dude. You got to make
the stress that you're feeling right now.
It's a different experience. I'm gonna tell you now. If I would encourage you personally to take a trip to Miami for the Orange Blossom Classic and take a trip to Tallahassee for homecoming. I encourage it. And I would encourage everybody within the sound of my voice to come to Tallahassee and attend FAMU homecoming and attend the Florida Classic and the Orange Blossom Classic. I'm just saying it's going to be a big deal come 2021 because we're going to be we'll have been so deprived of football by then, and we're going to be so hungry just to see football played that we're going to want to see it.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody's saying as well, donating to that Rattler Athletic Fund matters more now than ever before because that $4 to $5 million is not going to be coming into FAMU this fall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But, let's shift gears here a little bit and let's go ahead and jump to the NFL. And boy, oh boy, I don't know what to start with. Would you rather start with Patrick Mahomes' deal, or would you rather start with the dark culture that's been going on in Washington, D.C.?
Hold on. I need to meditate on this. Which one I want to get a lot more?
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Okay, we gonna go with Patrick Mahomes, because then I can switch my caps and go with regular man cap again, and then hit Washington. So let's roll.
Okay. All right. So Patrick Mahomes has now become the highest paid player in sports history, passing Mike Trout, I believe it is. Yeah, I believe it was Mike Trout. He will now make $503 million over 10 years when you factor in his rookie deal, where he has a year or two left on the rookie deal, and then plus he's got a 10-year extension. He's getting $477 million guaranteed. So now I ask you, was that a smart move by the Chiefs?
Now, hold on. I gotta put on my pattern hat here, and I gotta go black man. Go ahead, get your money, because it's rough out here, thug. Now, after doing that, let me put on my J hat.
Okay.
I ain't never paying nobody that much money in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Ever.
I feel you.
Ever. Now, granted, I don't know what the cap structure is going to be like on his deal. Do we have that information available readily?
Right now, no, but they also gave money to Chris Jones. Chris Jones.
Well, they had to sign him, but still, depending on, because I know they were talking about his deal it might be cap friendly, because he had a conversation with them about that, and I think that might be why his guaranteed money was so high.
Right.
But unless I see some kind of lower number on the cap than what we used to for him, I ain't paying that money. I'm gonna be honest with you, boss. Like, listen, unless you Jesus coming off the cross to call Omaha 46, I still need other players on this team.
Right. I feel you. Because my thing is like this. It's gonna come to a point. I'm gonna say not right away. It's gonna be a little while, but it's gonna come to a point maybe 5-6 years from now where they're gonna be money low, and it's gonna just be him and whoever they draft. Like, I'm glad they drafted a running back, because Clyde Edwards-Helaire will still be there.
Now, I do want to say this. I really do. I think if San Francisco would have won, we'd still be getting this Mahomes deal, but everyone will be saying that it's a bad deal.
Yes, everybody would have said.
You want to know why?
Why?
Because if San Francisco won with a lame duck, and they didn't even actually, they overpaid for his behind for what he playing like. And if they would have won with him throwing trash passes, the quarterback market would have devalued instantly.
Right. You're right. You spot on.
I'm just saying. Same way the running back value diminished when running backs was getting hurt.
Right.
And they started realizing that we could just get like 3 running backs who do 3 different things for cheaper.
Exactly.
Which is why I applaud, segue, Derrick Henry getting his money and his long-term deal.
Right. He should have got his deal first, but I understand at the same time too, backs come a dime a dozen, and they wanted to put Ryan Tannehill, which, I mean, hey, look, that's Tennessee business.
I would have gave him I don't actually. I can't say that with a straight conscience because I don't really know what he got. But I would have gave him Case Keenum money,
Correct. Okay.
like
Correct.
regular quarterback money.
Right. Right. Yeah. I agree with you because look, he's Ryan Tannehill.
Somebody fact check me one of these days and tell me what Case Keenum's making comparatively to the higher paid quarterbacks in the league. For example, Kirkle Cousins. But I just got to be honest with you. He's pedestrian. I mean, granted, he had a good year, right?
Right.
But it took him this long to elevate to that one good year. And now you're going to take this one good year and bank on it? What? That sounds like some Joe Flacco mess to me.
That sounds like some Ryan Fitzpatrick mess to me because remember the Jets did that with Fitz.
Joe Flacco. I'm talking Joe Flacco.
Yep. You're right.
And Joe Flacco won a Super Bowl.
True. You're right.
Tannehill ain't even get you the Super Bowl now.
That's true. You got a point. I'm telling you, you're right. I believe you.
I'm just, I'm trying to keep the hat on. The hat keeps slipping off because I keep shaking my head no.
I feel you. But, now that you mentioned Ryan Tannehill, I have to also mention this. Derrick Henry has received a 5-year extension worth $50 million with $25.5 million of it guaranteed. And they reached this deal before the 4 p.m. deadline. And this also comes after the Titans had already given Ryan Tannehill the $100 million. So, I mean, look, I'm happy to see that. I'm glad for Derrick Henry. And I hope he still remains the same type of back.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think he will. I think that, and speaking of, since we're talking about contracts, right? I think in the next 10 to 15 years, we might, depending on when's the next meeting for the NFLPA.
I think that they had just already had it. I know there's a lot to talk about for the NFLPA because they were trying to discuss, no preseason games this year.
17 games, yeah. I don't know when their next collective bargaining is. I think it's 10 years, right? 10 or 15.
Yes, it is. It is because 2030, because they just had their collective bargaining agreement for this decade.
So this year. Okay. So I think within those 10 years, you're going to start to see a culture change, right? Yeah. More guaranteed money. And then I think you're going to see the cap get restructured.
Yeah.
Almost more like it is in baseball.
Yeah. Because they were talking about that at the draft. I mean, not the draft. They were talking about that at the combine before everything went haywire. The cap is going up. And, even Deion Sanders was saying, he's like, the cap is always going up. So,
I mean, it's kind of archaic the way it is now. I use that word very conservatively. It's kind of archaic now because a lot of them want guaranteed money. Like they want that financial security.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, and granted, it is a rough and tough sport, but pay him the money.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you're gonna call Joe Schmo like me to come hop on the field, and I'll do it. What's up? Pay me. But I'm gonna want guaranteed money too. So,
hey, I'm right there. I'm right there with you.
I want guaranteed money too. So I think that eventually you're going to see a radicalization of the cap. I think it's gonna change the system in which they use right now.
Right. And the other deal, now that since we're on the topic of deals being done, is Myles Garrett got his deal. He's now the highest paid pass rusher in the NFL with a 5-year, $125 million deal, and he's getting $100 million guaranteed.
Yeah, I saw that.
Good move by Cleveland. Some people are going to criticize him because of what happened on Thursday night and stuff against the Steelers, but I mean, hey, look, still good job, Myles Garrett.
Get your money, fool.
Yep. And now I can transition into this. The dark culture in Washington, D.C. And boy, did you see it. Did you read it?
I read the note that you sent, which I saw was on Twitter, right?
Now,
and that list wasn't highly accurate because there are some timeline issues on the list.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. I was going to say that, like certain things on that are not for certain factually true as we know of right now. Like,
chronologically, it doesn't necessarily make sense, but still, as a list,
it's messy.
Damning.
Yes, I know.
That is, whew. I don't know. If a list like that came out on me, I'm not sleeping well at night.
I'm like, shoot. Oh my! How do you go to bed at night knowing what has just unfolded about you as a person? How do you sleep at night? How do you function? Like think like how?
Hey man, I mean, people do weird things, right?
Yeah.
And for some reason, some of them sleep very well. But with this list out, right? And now people doing articles because they're like, this is kind of messy, right? More people gonna start looking into it, and nobody's doing anything right now because we're in this pandemic thing. I'm sweating. If I'm Dan Snyder, I am sweating right now.
Oh, definitely. And then see, this came out yesterday too. Minority shareholders of Washington's NFL team have hired the investment bank Moag and Company to vet buyers and to sell their stake in the team, per league sources. Hey, look.
It's greedy. It's greedy work.
It is. It really is. Like this is crazy. And then the other thing too is, if you look at what's going on, the other thing was, a few of the people that work in the organization have also just quit their jobs. Like I know the play-by-play announcer on the radio, he stepped down from his job. A couple front office personnel, they just quit here recently. Oh, here we go. This is it right here. The Washington Post is prepping the story about its NFL team. Within the past week, front office members Richard Mann III and Alex Santos, as well as play-by-play voice Larry Michael, have all left the organization.
Shoot, man, I would leave too.
Of course, I'm packing my stuff. I'm getting up out of it. I've said it multiple times. The Washington needs to clean house from the top to the bottom, and then just rebuild it all up.
You could tell, even if you didn't hear about this story breaking, right? Possibly breaking and stuff like that. Even if you didn't know, you could tell something was wrong. Because Dan Snyder said, yeah, we're thinking about changing the name. Right. It was from that moment. And that was before you even sent me that thing. I knew what the heck is happening over
there. Right. See that. And then the thing about it was I think he was going to change the name to Washington Warriors or something like that. Yeah. Warriors. And that even there was a Redskins fan. Or not, I shouldn't say Redskins anymore, but there was a Skins. I can't even say that anymore. There was a Washington fan that had commented on our Facebook page and said, you know what? I was all in for Washington Warriors, but even with the way things are looking now, I don't even know if Warriors is okay. So I have no clue what to call the team anymore.
Hey, man. I don't know.
It's messy. It's messy. And something else that's messy is two things that are messy. The NFL plans to play Lift Every Voice and Sing week 1 at every NFL game before the national anthem. Good move, or good move or bad move?
I mean, okay move, I guess. Like, I guess it's nice, right?
Right.
A gesture. I guess I kind of like it because it angers some of their fans because I know you've seen it too. I know you've seen it.
Yeah.
And you know, like I don't know, for African Americans who I've talked to and or are friends with about it, they go, I mean, it's cool, I guess. Like there's no real reaction. But from Caucasian, I'm gonna say it like this, from Caucasians who hear about it, and I honestly, sometimes it's not even on the political spectrum they're on. You're just like, wow, so you really feel that way, huh? Like you know, like I'm kind of trying not to say what they say on air right now.
Yeah, I understand.
You know, and be a little nonchalant with it, but yeah, it's kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Bad.
Yeah. Because, see, and here's the thing that Shannon and Skip were saying a few days ago. They were saying, you know, what if and when they do this, you see the players standing for Lift Every Voice and Sing, but then they take a knee for the national anthem. What happens then?
Yeah.
So I understood that right there. I was like, you got to be careful with this.
Yeah, because it could be extreme. And you already see with just the announcement, it's already kind of polarizing.
Yeah. Yep.
Now, so granted, there are like, I know extreme people who've just been like, oh yeah, this is cool, I guess. But it on the other side, it's really polarizing for some reason.
You know what's been going on. Don't act blind to the fact. Like it's like there's a reason why we're doing this. But I mean, hey, look, I want to see how this plays out week 1. I want to see.
I'm ready. My doors are locked, and I got the ceremonial baseball bat. So if somebody decide they want to act wild, you know,
for protection.
It's for protection and offense because they can't break my lock. I got to pay for that.
I hear you.
You know, rent ain't cheap.
Wow. Breaking news, actually. Electronic EA Sports has removed former team name and logo from Madden's NFL 21. Or Madden 21.
Wow.
Yep, I guess changes are coming in Washington, D.C. Changes are coming. But the other thing too is, and I'm gonna talk about that last. But you know, the franchise tags have been handed out due to the deadline coming at 4:00 yesterday, or the other 4:00. I believe it was yesterday or the other day. So now Shaq Barrett has officially received the franchise tag. So the league's sack king from a year ago is now on a 1-year deal. his agent, Drew Rosenhaus, said he's confident that a long-term deal will happen in the future. So that means Barrett will eventually be in Tampa for the foreseeable future, hopefully. Also,
AJ Green is on franchise tag. AJ Green is franchise tag.
Yep. Also, Dak Prescott has received the franchise tag, and boy, did his family members respond in a bad way. They were saying, we already weren't Cowboys fans growing up, and it doesn't look like we'll be Cowboys fans much longer. Which leads me to ask this question: will Dak be a Cowboy in 2021?
Probably not.
I agree.
I mean, with all the mess that they done given him, what's the point of staying? You're obviously not valued.
Yep, I agree.
Go somewhere else and get your money.
I fully agree with you. But where? Where do you go?
Oh, well, I hear Chicago is in need.
Hey, Chicago. I could see that.
Minnesota. If they
yes. Yes, I could see that too. I'm gonna throw another one out there. I would say go to the Raiders if the Raiders cut ties with Derek Carr. Why not?
Yeah, but they got Mariota too.
Dak's better than Mariota.
Whoa. Hold up now. We're not talking about my boy Mariota now. Maybe got a snap right now.
Oh, gosh.
So
okay.
Snap right now.
Okay.
Well, stay off my boy.
Okay.
Now back to what we were saying. We was thinking of other places. Now I want to give you an interesting one.
Okay.
And you'll hate it. Possibly.
What, Tampa?
No. Although I guess maybe if they really want to spend that much money into the quarterback part of the cap.
You never know with Jason Light. The Patriots. But you already got Cam. And you got Cam on a 1-year deal. But what if Cam shines?
What if he don't?
Good question. If he doesn't, I could see Belichick bringing him in.
It's a Belichick move. Because even if he does, right, you're still an aging quarterback.
That's true.
I mean, I'm just saying it's a possibility. Were you the one who was calling me crazy talking about Patriots are they gotta get Cam Newton?
Did I call you crazy when you said that?
I said it before, and someone called me crazy.
It wasn't me. I don't think it was. Y'all can go back and fact check the other podcast for that, but I don't think that was me.
I'm just saying, though, man.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't think it was I kind of felt it was gonna happen, and I kind of felt it wouldn't happen because I was like, look, hey, if he gets Cam, he can do a lot of stuff that he wasn't able to do.
It was a smart move because he likes that versatility, right? Cam can give you that versatility when he's healthy. All right, he's a good passer. Right, but you're also able to run different facets of offense through Cam that you're unable to run through Tom Brady because he's a statue quarterback.
Yeah.
I mean, and we all know that Bill Belichick likes his little versatility.
Correct.
So I'm just saying, hey, just throwing it out there, putting it in the ether. We can run this back and be like, yeah, you was wrong, or we could run this back and be like, you was right.
I feel you. And that actually brings me to the next thing on this list is Cam Newton has broken his silence on going to New England. And and he also said in the interview with him and Odell Beckham and Victor Cruz that when Carolina started winning there for a second, they kind of started to treat him differently because he was saying, when things were kind of starting to trend towards the end for him and Ron Rivera and everybody in Carolina, he said that, when I was going into the training room, they were taking care of me first. But next thing you know, when things changed and we started winning, they kind of pushed me aside and said, hold up, wait a minute. Hey, look, you got to move, dude, because we're going to take care of him first. And Cam told, I believe it was Kyle Allen at the time, look, hey, don't get distracted by me. You just go out there and keep on balling and stuff. So, hey, look, Cam was a good teammate to the end. But, hey, you kind of could tell based off of what he said going on inside the building, they weren't going to bring him back. And then once I got a new coach in Matt Rule, you definitely knew he wasn't coming back.
I mean, it's unfortunate to see, but hopefully he moves on to greater things in New England.
Yeah, I hope so too. I think we're going to get to see that. We're going to get to see that same Cam Newton we saw at Auburn, but better.
I never really liked Cam being in Carolina.
Really?
Yeah. It's just the public thing. It's very fickle. I don't know, because like when he was there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was trending up. This is before the Super Bowl thing, right?
Right.
If Cam was good, Cam was the top guy, right? They were winning,
right.
Top guy, right? But
right.
if he kind of slumped a little, oh, there goes Scam Newton again.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and they were really negative on him when things weren't going that great.
Correct.
At least from the public perception. Now, I don't know what was going on in the building. I got to tell you, I ain't never been there. But I'm just saying from the public perception, it was looking different.
Right.
It was very 50-50 on a what have you done for me lately thing.
Right. I feel you. Yeah. But I'm glad that he's in New England now and he's got a good coach and a good OC looking after him now. I must say.
Yeah, but them Patriots fans,
they're
gonna be worse.
That's true.
They're gonna be worse than them Carolina fans.
That's true, because you know what they've been saying about what's gonna happen the first time he loses a game.
You saw that meme now?
Yep, I seen that.
The first time Cam loses. Oh no. I was like, oh Lord. Not repeated.
I don't listen to sports talk radio from out of New England, but I can tell you it's probably not going to be nice.
Oh no.
Because if the fans in New England have already been saying, I'm done with the Patriots and I'm not renewing my season tickets now that Brady's gone. So I don't know what it's going to be like now.
Oh, as long as they're not Bucks fans, I think they'll be okay.
Oh, you already know some of them have already come running down here.
Because I'm not going to cap. Y'all got some fair weather fans.
Oh, dude, you think I don't know this already? Dude, oh my gosh. I'm like, we have got to have like the most fair weather fans down here.
I can't believe I was roaming through Twitter and I saw somebody say excuse me, that Josh Freeman was better than Jameis Winston. I was like,
I didn't give that the time of day. I was like, wait a minute, didn't Josh Freeman have like a drug problem? And then he wanted to say, oh, that's all conspiracy. I was like, I don't know. I'm pretty sure I remember Josh Freeman checking himself into rehab for drugs.
Somebody was like, the only reason that he was bad was because of Raheem Morris. I was like, I don't think that's just it, buddy.
Exactly.
No. But y'all just got them real fair weather fans.
Look,
Watch
hey
if
man,
Tom Brady's not operating at prime Tom Brady status, it might fall out from under him.
oh, dude, I'm right there with you. I fully
Also,
agree.
you're gonna start hearing, wait, but while we picked up this washed up quarterback, blah blah blah, we could have drafted somebody, blah blah blah, right?
I fully agree with you 100%. Because and you know what? It's not going to be Jameis's fault. Like they will, like, and they can't blame him because he's gone. It's going to fall solely on the GM, and it's going to fall solely on Bruce Arians.
I'm just saying, just watch, and then if Tom Brady doesn't bring a Super Bowl here, right? And let's say he has just average numbers,
Right.
I bet you one of these days one of them days we gonna see a little Twitter post. We're gonna be scrolling through, and then we're gonna be like, "What was Tom Brady a better quarterback than Jameis Winston?" And then a whole bunch of people gonna be like, "Nah." I'm just, it's fair weather out there.
It really is. It really is. Because I mean, you can kind of see it because if you kind of look back to when Tom Brady had signed here at first, like the season tickets had just sold out right away in the middle of a pandemic at that.
It's fair weather out here. Not saying it will happen, but I like to play my devil's advocate role a lot here because it's way more fun to speculate than it is to just say what we know.
Hey, I'm like you. Hey, I'm hoping for the best, but at the same time, too, my mind is prepared for the absolute worst to happen.
I'm ready to laugh. I'm ready to just roll over and laugh. Because y'all fans just confuse me. I'm a Seattle fan. So I didn't survive with Tamar Jackson wasn't that bad. He was okay. But I didn't survive.
I feel you. But now that you actually speak of Hillsborough County and Bucks fans, here's something interesting that I think you'll like. Hillsborough County has approved a $10 million project for Raymond James Stadium that will allow fans to be better protected at Buccaneers games and USF games if USF plays this year. And it'll consist of automatic flush toilet seats and sinks, hand sanitizer stations, touch-free parking, staggered entrances. No number of fan capacity this season has been announced yet either, though.
Wow. So normal things other stadiums have already been doing. Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I haven't some of this stuff I haven't seen in I went to Jacksonville for a Jaguars game. I haven't seen this stuff in Jacksonville.
I mean the nice stadiums.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you got me there. You got me there. More than likely, yes.
I'm just, hey man, I don't really like Ray J. I like to think of the future. Give me a brand new one. Give me one with heated seats. Oh yeah.
With heated, you
AC
want
seats. I want it to make my booty cold.
I'm about to say, wait a minute, hold up. Heated seats in September?
Give it. Now it get cold in November now. It get a little cold now.
Yeah, but I mean, okay, I'm gonna just agree with you.
I'm talking about central air seats. There we Let me get some central air seats.
Okay, I'm gonna agree with you with that. Okay, I got you.
You can be like, yeah, turn up the air on the seats, and then I want my butt to be frosty when I sit down. I'll be like, ooh, this is good. This is nice. Then maybe y'all get me to go to another Bucks game.
Wow. Okay. The other thing as well, now that we've gotten away from that.
No, we ain't getting away from this. I'm just saying. That's why I'd rather just watch it at home, man. You know what I do? I turn on my AC. What happened? I sit down. The seat cool. Oh, yeah, that's nice.
Wow. But moving on, Kenny Stills faces felony charges protesting the murder of Breonna Taylor. So I find this interesting. You're pressing charges on a guy that was peacefully protesting the murder of someone, but yet you didn't arrest the cops that killed Breonna Taylor.
Well, absolutely. I mean, it shows what's going on in our system.
Yeah, like that just doesn't make sense to me. You know,
I believe because I think it was in Louisville, right?
Yes, it was.
I think that I'm not certain because it's not like I'm from there, but I've heard that they've started making changes towards the way the system works, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there's also just a lot of red tape.
Right.
Like I think that there's just tons of red tape also going on too. So I think it's going to happen. It will. It has to, because if it doesn't, God knows what might happen.
Don't get me started. Oh my gosh. Don't get me started.
I think it's bound to happen. It has to. It's just a matter of when.
Right. But now we're going to do this a little bit early this time around for this podcast.
The bug is coming. The bug is coming.
Trivia with the bug.
Hello, everyone. This is the bug again, and my trivia question is: which college football conference has produced the most Super Bowl winning quarterbacks?
And there it is. That's the bug's trivia question. If you have not already, make sure you answer it. Click on the dot above at the top of the video and answer the trivia question.
We do that now? We do it on YouTube?
Yes, it's been a poll.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Man, I don't listen to us on YouTube. I listen to us on Spotify. I'm trying to get us that paycheck.
Hey, look, I feel that. I'd be listening.
I'm trying to help out. But anyway, send your answers through the poll thing. Send your answers. I don't want to say email us, but DM
you could DM us.
Yeah, I was about to say DM us. Send us a message. Don't send an email. Email, we kind of need to keep that clear for professional things.
Got a point.
Yeah. No.
But yeah. Make sure y'all answer that trivia question. Now on to the NCAA.
I'm be honest with you. I don't know the answer.
You don't know the answer? See, you can't be saying that every episode now. People are gonna start to catch on.
I'll never know the answer, bruh.
Like he be asking tough questions.
He do. I'd be always confused. I'd be like, yeah, I got the answer, and then like 3 words will throw me off, and I'll be like, oh, never mind. Hold on. Let me sit.
Wow.
I obviously do not know what he's talking about.
Wow. But yeah, let's move on here to the NCAA. So you already know the Ivy League and the Patriot League, and even now the MEAC have all voted to end fall sports. The Ivy League and the Patriot League are planning to move fall sports to the spring. How does that impact other conferences? The CAA, the Colonial Athletic Association, which is the conference that James Madison hails from, has also announced that they're going to do away with fall sports. Although James Madison and a few others are trying to do like their football seasons as independents. So it'll be interesting to see how that works out. Plus, James Madison and 97 players get tested, and only one came back positive, while 3 are also quarantined.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other thing that is pretty much sad news, and this is why I think the SWAC might be the next conference to end up canceling fall sports. The SWAC commissioner's already said, he's willing to push the season back to October 17th. But I mean, I'm at that point, it's like, look, you might as well not even play if you're going to do that. But the Texas State Fair has canceled for the first time since World War II. What does that mean now for Texas and Oklahoma and even Grambling and Prairie View?
I don't know, man.
Because my thing is, like, I said this before there was a cancellation, all these cancellations of conferences started happening. Texas and Oklahoma, they can still play the game at the Cotton Bowl. Grambling and Prairie View, you could play that game either in Grambling or you could play that game at Prairie View. So, I mean, I don't know what's going to happen there, but I mean, I'm telling you now, with the MEAC canceling, I wouldn't be surprised if after this vote on Monday, if the SWAC elects to not play this fall.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if just conferences, larger and smaller, just decide to just cancel it.
Yeah. You might as well. Like the Power 5 might be able to get away with it, but I don't see how the FCS for the most part can get away with it. I don't. I just don't. And right. And speaking of the FBS level, the Division 1A level, Florida AD Scott Strickland has stated that he hopes to find a way to still get Florida State on the schedule this year if we have a season. And the same can be said for South Carolina's AD, who has stated that they hope to find a way to still play Clemson this year if we have a season. So, I mean, honestly, they're doing what we all kind of figured. If you're willing to take a trip, if you're Florida or South Carolina, all the way to Lexington, Kentucky, or Knoxville, Tennessee, you can go maybe an hour or two down the road and go play your rival in state.
Yeah. So,
I mean, I understand what's going on there. And also, SEC Commissioner Greg Sankey has confirmed that positive testimony among SEC players has dropped because Kentucky had reported 0 positive cases after all players and staff members had received testing. But at the same time, too, following 4th of July testing here recently, Tennessee had reported multiple cases. So, I mean, hey, look, like I said, I don't know. The NCAA kind of showed a graph of where they thought we were going to be at one point and where we actually are. Like they thought we were going to have trended like all the way down, but we didn't. We are still sky high.
We can't because people are acting stupid.
Exactly.
That's just the basic way to say it. People are acting stupid. Rates are going up exponentially in Florida.
Right.
I mean, it's nothing that can be done by the NCAA. I mean,
I would fully agree with you. Really, I really would. Or I'm not. I would, but I do agree with you. I really do, because it's we too far along now. We're too far along. And speaking of that also factors into the bowl games. And with that, the Celebration Bowl ain't going to happen this year. And also the 2021 Rose Bowl parade has been canceled.
If you want to hear a really damning stat, I believe, and I'm not sure how accurate this stat is, but it said that if Florida was counted as a country itself, it would be 4th in the world.
That's bad. That is bad. That's terrible.
That is absolutely atrocious.
That's terrible. Make you not even want to go outside.
Exactly.
Make you not even. And, and I'm going to go ahead and say this to you before I continue. Oklahoma has reports that 98 people had been tested and 0 of them tested positive as well. And I was going to ask the question of should college football programs adopt the NFL's idea of a COVID-19 waiver? But I don't see now how you can even do that. Because I was listening to this on Paul Feinbaum a few days ago. The ADs say one thing. The ADs and the commissioners of these conferences say one thing of like, oh yeah, we're thinking about fans and stuff and having fans in the stands and stuff this year and whatnot. But deep down, if you think about it, their revenue's already been from TV. They don't really need fans to be in the stands this year if they play.
Exactly. Honestly, you can make money from the ad revenue.
Right. I agree. Like so I mean, look, if they play, I'm not expecting fans to be there this year. It's going to be a little awkward. It's going to be a little awkward, but hey, it's what's going to have to happen. It really is, and it's sad to see.
Exactly. It's what it's got to be.
Yep. Also in NASCAR, rookie at Kentucky Speedway last Sunday, rookie Cole Custer won his first race.
Congrats.
I was surprised because I was thinking to myself, I was like, look, Kevin Harvick or somebody is going to pull this thing out because Kevin Harvick was leading the whole time. And then he got tangled up with, I think it was Danny Hamlin or something, or somebody, or David Blaney. And next, Cole Custer comes speeding right past him and steals this win.
Hey, man, you got to take it any way you can. Win's a win.
I feel that. Also in NASCAR, Jimmy Johnson had returned after testing positive for COVID-19. He returned to Kentucky as well. He finished in 18th place. He said it himself, having been quarantined like that and not being able to race the week before, it kind of threw off his rhythm.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, I think, he probably would have had a top 10 finish. Bubba Wallace finished in 27th place. Keep doing your thing, Bubba. We're rooting for you.
Yep.
The next race is this Sunday at Texas Motor Speedway. Currently Kevin Harvick leads the field in the Cup Series with 2,037 points. I think the next closest is 2,004 points. I thought Danny Hamlin would be a little bit further up there, but I guess not. But, right now it looks like Kevin Harvick is going to run away with the Cup. But
mm-hmm.
And now as we move on to baseball, 38 out of 3,158 MLB players and coaches have tested positive. 31 players and 7 coaches in total. That number equals out to be 1.2% of the league. And opening day is still set for July 23rd and 24th.
Hey, I don't know what to say about that.
Right. But I wonder what you have to say about this. Will teams be looking to take shots at the Astros?
Yeah, more than likely.
Yeah, I was gonna say because look, the bug was telling me he was like maybe people have forgotten about all that. I was like, nah. Ain't nobody forgot about that because I see it on ESPN every now and again and on Twitter. There's the Nationals especially are still trolling the Astros every chance they get.
I mean, hey, you got to learn how to take it. You're going to do it.
Yeah. And also, Yasiel Puig has signed with the Braves. And the interesting thing about the Braves is, you know, they were picked to finish to tie for they were picked to finish first in a three-way tie for first in the National League East. But at the same time, too, the Atlanta Braves have stated they don't plan on changing the name, but they will look closely into the war chant.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, Dion brought that war chant from Florida State to Atlanta to the Braves when he got there. So, I mean, look, the war chant may have to stop in Atlanta, but the name Braves is going to stay.
More than likely. Yeah.
And so now I ask you, what does that mean for the Cleveland Indians? Because, you know, the Cleveland Indians, they've already gotten rid of the Indian logo. They just wear the C now.
They'll probably be forced to change it. Only because in this environment, I guess they really want you to be politically correct.
Right.
And
right.
Indians is not a politically correct term.
Right. Right. And now for the NBA news, Joel Embiid feels that the 76ers offense should run through him. Also, too, Adam Silver is worried that the positive test may pop the bubble. Although an interesting development had just happened here recently over in Orlando. Not too sure if you heard about it, but Sacramento Kings center Richie and Holmes had to currently is spending 10 days in quarantine after stepping 3 feet outside of the bubble to pick up food he ordered for delivery. Because they said security won't hold the food for you downstairs.
Why? What?
Yeah, no, see, that's what I said.
What type of... Just get their food for them if you're going to force them in a bubble.
Exactly. And everybody kept asking, like, what did he order? But then it comes down to really, you know, he stepped 3 feet outside of the bubble. And you know, the funny thing about it was, you know, someone said, what if LeBron James had done that?
3 feet.
And they said they would have extended the bubble 3 feet.
Exactly. Bubble would have had 3 extra feet. That's it.
Yeah, like I'm looking at, I'm like, wait, so all because he stepped 3 feet outside of the bubble, like, you know, that's literally from like that little overhang right there where the cars pull in to drop off the stuff and the luggage. That's literally just 3 feet from that spot.
I mean,
if I'm thinking about this correctly. 3 feet.
Man. That's rough right there.
That is. Also, to Jokic, he tested negative for the virus, but he missed his flight to Orlando, so he's still trying to find a way into Orlando. And also, Bradley Beal will sit out for the Wizards. Is that a good move?
No. I mean, we knew the answer before you asked the question, but no.
Right. Yeah, I'm like you.
I think I have to explain how big of a deal that is to the team.
Right. Yeah, I don't get that one either.
Why is he sitting out? He went 2 feet across the bubble?
Yeah, hey, you know what? In this climate, you never know. You never know. Because I'm just like, if we're if we're gonna quarantine people because they step 3 feet outside the bubble, like Wizards. Oh, it's rotator cuff.
Say it again. You're cutting in and out for me.
Oh, my bad. The Wizards have announced today that guard Bradley Beal will not participate in the NBA's 2019-2020 season restart in Orlando due to a right rotator cuff injury.
Oh. Well, I hope he gets better. Oh, man, I feel bad for making a joke like that.
Yeah. I mean, I understand it's for the best interest of the player, so understandable.
Yeah, man.
And then I believe Victor Oladipo had said something as well. I'm not sure. Okay, I'm not sure if he said he was going to play or not. Oh, okay. So he said there's a strong possibility that he plays.
Really?
Yeah, Victor Oladipo says there's a strong possibility he plays with the Pacers in NBA restart. Because I remember at first he said that he didn't want to play, I believe. But I guess now he's having second thoughts. I remember hearing that. Somewhere. And then also Donovan Smith and Rudy Gobert have a rift in their relationship ahead of the NBA restart. So Lord knows what's going to happen with the Jazz.
Wouldn't you too, though? I mean.
Oh, yeah, of course. Definitely. Especially considering, I believe, wasn't it Gobert that was like the first NBA player to test positive?
Yeah.
Yeah.
After making jokes with it.
Yeah. I would be looking at him sideways. We can't talk. We can't talk to each other.
Yeah, we beefing.
Because I'm like, you the reason that you are the primary reason all of this started.
And you the reason I got sick, more personally.
Exactly.
Shoot.
Like, so I mean, hey, I ain't surprised. So how they deal with it is how they deal with it. And before we get out of here, the other thing I wanted to talk about with you, because I know this is a big deal to you and a lot of other people, because this seemingly has made a lot of people upset, are the Madden 21 team ratings. So would you like to know who the highest rated team is in Madden?
Okay, either the Chiefs, could be also the 49ers.
Okay, so I'm going to break this to you. The 49ers are the second highest rated team in Madden 21 with an 84 overall. The highest rated team in Madden is the New Orleans Saints with 85. The Bucks have an 83 overall, and the Seattle Seahawks have an 80 overall, and the Super Bowl champion Chiefs have an 82 overall.
I could see it.
You said you could see it?
I could see it. But, dog, those are low.
Yeah, I know. And then the lowest rated team is the Miami Dolphins at 76.
That's low. You're being real stingy with them overalls, huh?
I know. I'm starting to question now these Madden ratings adjusters. Because if you go back to like back in the day, like when we were growing up and stuff, like with Madden, from Madden 2001 to like Madden 02, like some teams had 90 overall ratings.
Yeah, teams was 90s. Like he was like, all right, cool. So if I use them, I'm gonna be cheating. Like,
yeah,
you know.
Yeah, like, and then like I remember vividly because I still have the game. Madden 2002, the Bucks had a 91 overall rating in that game because of their defense. Like, no one even has a 90 in this one. The highest, like, come on. Like, there's so many people have had responses to this. Because someone said, how are the Cowboys better than the Seahawks? And the Cowboys, yeah, like, because the Cowboys have a higher overall rating than the Seahawks. The Cowboys have an 83, while the Seahawks have an 80.
Why?
Exactly. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, see, someone said, how the Steelers at 82, but the Bills at 81? And then
What?
Seattle's at 80. Yeah, yep, see? I'm telling you, there's so many people asking the same questions. Even your boy Flash came out and commented. He said, please tell me that this list is wrong because there's no way the Cowboys and the Eagles are better than the Chiefs. And the Bills, Steelers, and Browns aren't better than Seattle. Everyone's upset. Everyone is upset.
I'm so confused.
I'm telling you, go on Twitter and once we get off of here and go look at those numbers.
It's not that I was planning on getting the new one anyway.
Right.
But, you know, I'm just like, why?
I know. And see, the thing about it is that I was telling someone about, and even actually shout out to one of our followers, Massimo. He was telling me, you know, the thing about it is, and I was like, you know, Madden 2K was cool. And even also, like, I was telling him, you know, Madden, like, not Madden, Street was cool. And I was saying, you know, I think Madden has kind of gotten lazy with what they do because they have no competition. Like,
yeah, exactly. It used to be cutting edge on the Madden, man.
Exactly. Like, it used to be a big deal. Like, back then they had, like, you know, they had Madden. They had NFL Street to compete with. They had NCAA football to compete with, and they had NFL 2K to compete with. They had 3 different sports video games regarding the sport of football to compete with.
I mean, honestly, now it's the fact that they don't make any real changes to the game year from year. And that would be okay if they were already listening to fans' opinions on what should be changed with the game.
Right.
And I mean,
yeah,
honestly, anybody who plays Madden, like actually plays Madden, right? Or who buys Madden goes, I wish they just had, like, I don't know, a $5 thing where they updated the rosters.
Right.
Like, you buy one game and then all they're going to do is change the rosters anyway.
Correct. Like, they even messed up the ratings on some of the players, like even the rookies. Like, they gave Jalen Hurts a 68 overall, I believe.
I mean, they're never really that kind of rookies. I'm not that surprised.
True.
I was just really surprised because they gave Tua an 80, I believe.
Right.
Or an 81, and I was like, whoa, that's high.
Right. I feel you. They got a lot to work on there.
Yeah.
But that's gonna do it for us, folks. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Run and Gun Podcast. If you have not, make sure you follow us on Facebook at Penalty Talk. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at Throw Flags. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at Penalty Talk. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure you check us out on Spotify. And also, too, our email is flagontheplaysports@gmail.com in case you want to email us. And JC, you got anything?
Yeah, make your money.
Yeah, make your money, and please fix Madden some way, somehow. Get those ratings right.
Yes.
But until then, stay safe, stay blessed, and we'll see you on the next episode.
Yep, and make sure you wear a mask.
Please.